Hello everyone. I'm going to quickly do a video on presentation and then to look at how it can easily be done. So the first thing I'm going to do is to extract the file. I'm using the May-June 2017 paper 2 variant 1 source file. So I'm going to extract the file. Now there are two different ways you can extract the file. If you're using WinRAR, it's easy. You just quickly go in here, make sure you can see all of the files, and then make sure the folder is selected before you click on extract, and then click on OK. So that will extract everything and put that in a folder for you. Okay, so I should have the folder somewhere. This is it. And then for the sake of having all the files in one location, I'm going to quickly go through move the question paper into that folder. You don't necessarily need to rename the folder, but I will just rename it for renaming sake. So let me call this work area 17. Okay, please only rename the folder if they ask you to. And then I have all the files in here, so I'm going to quickly open the question paper to go to the presentation tags. Okay, first things first, let me prepare my evidence document because I will be needing the evidence document. Okay, so using this file, we need to make sure our name, center number, and candidate number appears on every page. They didn't specify, so I can either put it in the header and the footer, and then save as a word process document in your work area folder. Add your candidate number to it at the end. Okay, so first things first, let me save. Do a save as. Word processor document, and then my candidate number, any 4 digits of my choice, we'll put at the end. Okay, so that's it. So let me click on save. Now I can quickly just put my name, center number, and then candidate number in the header there. So my evidence document is now prepared. I can now proceed to the presentation tags. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it says you're required to create a short presentation. All slides must have consistent layout and formatting unless otherwise instructed. Each slide must display a title and bulleted list. So create a presentation of 6 slides using the file j217logins.rtf. So I have my j217logins.rtf file. Where is it? Yeah, here. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, I need to make sure my file extension is always visible. So I can go to view and then check the box that says file name extension. So that would just add all of that there. Now I always say use the fastest and the shortest method to carry out your tasks. So I need to create my presentation inside my work area folder. So I'll go to home, and then the area where it says, let me pin this for now, where it says new item, I'm going to click on that and choose Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. So that's created for me. Now the next thing I want to do based on the question is I want to create this. So I'm going to import the file. To do that, I will go to my presentation, and under new slides I'll click on slides from outline at the bottom, and then I'll browse to the location where I have my file. So in this case it's on the desktop, and then it should be called work area 17, and then inside there I can see my file j217logins.rtf. Now it says import it, create a presentation of 6 slides. So I'll check my left hand panel to see that I have 6 slides. So I have 6 slides here and I've imported it successfully. Please permit me, I'm going to be cascading my screen, okay, so that I can have all my information in one view. Okay, good. I think I can expand this a bit. Good. Now it says display the following features on all slides. The first one is that the company logo, J217 logo.jpg, should be positioned on the top right corner, appropriately resized, and then the aspect ratio is what? Maintained. And they didn't specify the height or the width. Okay, so your name, center number and carrier number on the bottom left corner, and then automatic slide number at the top left corner. Now when you start seeing things like this, you refer to your what we call the slide master. So this is where we start working on the slide master. So I'm going to go to view and then click on slide master here. Now whenever you get to your slide master, you must always use your master slide. So the master slide is a slide that has, it's the only slide on the left panel that has the number 1 on it. Okay, so always make sure you look for the slide that has the number 1 on it. That is referred to as your master slide. Now why do you need to use the master slide? When you put whatever content you put on the master slide will automatically be applied to all the other slides in your presentation. So from the question, the first thing we need to do is to insert the logo, J217 logo.phd, and it should be JPG, sorry, and it should be at the top right corner. So this is the top right corner here. So I'm going to go to insert and then pictures from this device, desktop, work area 17, and then this is the logo. And then I'm going to move it to the top right corner. Now they said it should be appropriately resized with aspect ratio maintained. Okay, so first things first, I need to make sure this unit is showing centimeters, not inches. So to do that, I can do that from the system settings. So what I will do, I will go to where it says region on the computer and then click on region settings, and I'm going to click on additional date and time format settings. So region and number of settings. From here I can click on additional settings, and my measurement unit is showing US system, so I'm going to change it to metric system, and that will give me centimeters. So I'll click on apply and then click on OK, apply and OK. So that is done. Now it's showing in centimeters. So what I can now do is I can change the width to, let's say, 5 centimeters. There we go. And now I can now place this at the top right corner. The next thing I need to do is to place my name, center number and carrier number on the bottom left corner. Now when you want to do that, you have 3 boxes at the bottom here, right? So one does an automatic date for you, the other one does automatic slide numbering, and then this one allows you to put any content. So I'm going to put mine in the footer here. So Henry Emmanuel NG069, and then the candidate number any 4 digits. Okay, so now it says that this should be put at the bottom left corner. So the bottom left corner is here. So I'm just going to move this here, this way. Okay, never mind that it's overlapping the automatic date at the moment. and then I might just want to set the alignment to be left aligned instead of centered. Okay, now one thing you need to know is that those three boxes at the bottom here that I'm working with would never be displayed on the main slide if you don't make them visible. So how do we make them visible? You go to insert and then go to header and footer. Then the next thing you need to do, you need to check the boxes of the ones you need. So I need the footer because that's where I wrote my name, center number, and candidate number. And then I also need the slide number. So I'm going to also check slide number. Now another way to do this, if you did really want to use this method of coming here to fill all the information like the way I did here, okay, I can simply just come to insert, header and footer, and then I need slide number, I need the name, center number, and candidate. So I'll put this here. It's the same thing. So whatever method you feel is faster for you, you can use. Alright, let's add one more 0 there. Okay, remember to click apply to all, and then now I can now move. Let's do left align first. I can move this one to the bottom right because it said it should be on the bottom left, sorry. And then the slide number, they said the slide number should be at the top left corner, so I can now move this one to the top left corner. Again, I'll make the alignment left so that it stays here just like this. So now I am done with everything that has to do with my slide, master slide. Okay, so I can now exit my master slide. To exit your master slide, simply go to the menu that came up that says slide master, and then you close the slide master. So now you can see that on the main slides I can now have the slide number, the logo at the top, and then name, center number, and candidate number. Next, it says change the layout of the slide 1 to a title slide layout. So okay, so I can simply do this in two ways. I can either right click on the slide 1 and then say layout and then choose title slide, or I can come to any of these icons here. There's one that says layout. Let's see, no, not that one. Yeah, layout, and then I can change it from there. Okay, so that's what I have there. And now it says insert your name, center number, and candidate number. So before I move to that, take note that when you change the layout, it says so it contains a title and subtitle centered. The moment I changed it to a title slide layout, it was already centered. Now it says insert your name after the text guide produced by. So I need to insert my name here after the text guide produced by. And then the next thing, it says on slide 2, with the title application process, draw the following diagram. So this is my slide 2. I'm going to cascade my screen again to make it easy for me to work. Okay, so now I need to draw this diagram. I'm just going to remove this and then go to insert, then under shapes. So I need a rounded edge rectangle here. Okay, so I'm just going to duplicate it by clicking on Ctrl D so that I can have the next one, and then Ctrl D again to duplicate for the next one. Then I need a rhombus shape. So I'm going to go to shape and then look for it. Where are you? Okay, there you go. This is the shape. So I'm just going to draw this. Okay, now feel free, you can adjust this a bit, there's no penalty to it, so that you can easily just move the content up a bit. Alright, so don't forget that there are arrows there as well. So what I would do is I need to make sure that it is transparent, just like this. Good. So the first one is to check you are eligible to apply. Alright, so I need to expand it so it looks exactly like good. Choose when and what to study. Okay, I think this one good. Need to adjust this a bit, and then choose where to stay. And then the final one says that you are ready to apply with an exclamation mark. Okay, please take note that I am trying as much as possible to make it look exactly like the one that was given. Okay, choose where to stay. Okay, so the only one I'm still having slight issues with is we choose when. Okay, so if that doesn't work, it's fine, we can leave it that way. The next thing is we need to put our arrows to show the direction. So from here to here, and it should be black. Next arrow from here to here should be black as well, and then next arrow from here to here, and that should be black as well. So the next thing I need to do is to make sure that my shapes align. Perfect. So this is done. Next activity, it says on the slide with the title room, demote. Okay, with title room. So let's look for the title room. Room type, sorry. Okay, so this is room type. Now it says demote the bulleted item under each room type so it looks like this. So these are the ones that are here. Now when it says demote it, they just simply mean you should indent it. So I can go from my home and then just indent it. Okay, remember there's a way it should look like. So indent, and then the bullet point I'm using should be the dash. So let's look for so this is what we need, with long dash. Okay, and then I'll click OK. So I'm doing the same thing again for standard and room only. So standard, indent, bullet option. I'm just going to say copy, format painter, and then apply to this 3, and then format painter again, apply to this 3. Okay, now the next thing I need to do, if you look at the dash, it starts with the first letter for each of them, so I need to make sure that it's doing the same thing. How do I do that? I need to have my ruler. Okay, that makes it easy for me to adjust it. So now the top part of this needs to come to the first place. Same thing with this ones. And then same thing with this. There we go. And now it looks exactly like the one that was given. Now it says save the presentation, so I'm going to click on save. Save the presentation and print the presentation as a handout with 6 slides to a page. So there are certain print layouts that you have for presentation. Okay, I'm going to show you where they are. So when you come to where it says full page slides, that is the default print slides that you have here. There are other print layouts. You have note pages. This one you use when you have presenter or speaker notes. Okay, you have outline. You have your handouts layout. So for your handouts, you have the 1 slide layout, 2 slide layout, you have the 3 slides layout, you have the 4 slide horizontal layout. What that simply means is you have slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, so it will be arranged horizontally. You have the 4 slide vertical layout, so that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, now in this place they said we should print 6 slides, handout of 6 slides to a page, but they didn't specify if it should be horizontal or vertical, so I'll just pick the first one and print it. Okay, so I'm printing to PDF, so you can choose Microsoft Print to PDF and then print to save it. So this is printout 6. I'm going to call this printout 6 just to make sure it's easily identified. Then make sure you're saving it in your work area folder. So, and then there we go. Now the next one is, it says print only the slide with the title application process, full slide to a page. So I'm going to go back to file again, print, and this time around I'm going to say full slide, and application process should be slide 2, so I'm going to say print only slide 2, and then I'll say print, and this will be my printout 7. Okay, so please take note, I'm taking the printing name convention from the instruction given here. Okay, and that is it. You're done with it. So in this case we didn't have to put any screenshot evidence in our evidence document, but in a case where you have to, please take note that you are required to do that. Alright, I hope this gives you a quick breakdown of what is expected of you when you're working on your presentation. Thank you. See you in the next class.